All right, welcome everyone to another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking all about new products,
That's right.
specifically how they're developed and managed.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a great topic because I know a lot of you out there,
Right.
you use products every single day.
Of course. Yeah.
And you've probably wondered, how do these things come to be? How do these companies figure out what to make, how to make it?
How to market it, how to keep it fresh,
Exactly.
all of that.
And the really cool thing is you sent over some awesome source material for this.
Yeah.
Excerpts from a chapter that really lays out this whole journey.
It really does, yeah.
From the initial idea all the way through.
Yeah.
To keeping it relevant, managing it.
Keeping it going.
In the market.
Yeah.
So I think today we're gonna really try to pull out some of those hidden gems.
Yeah. Unpack it all.
Of knowledge about this process.
Yeah,
and maybe even uncover some surprises.
I think there's going to be some interesting stuff in here for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so jumping right in.
Okay.
When we talk about a new product,
Yeah.
what comes to mind for
Yeah.
me is like some crazy new invention, something totally new.
Yeah, that's a natural first thought.
Something groundbreaking.
Right, it's like the next iPhone or the next, I don't know,
Yeah.
self-driving car.
Exactly. But it sounds like from this source material, it's actually a much broader category than that.
It is. It's much broader.
So what else is in there?
So, it's not just about those revolutionary inventions. It's also about things like significant modifications to existing products.
Oh, okay.
So think about like a new version of a smartphone
Right.
that has some enhanced features or maybe even a new app.
Okay, so does it have to be the whole thing?
It doesn't have to be the whole thing. It can be,
Just a new feature.
just a significant improvement
Okay,
that adds value.
gotcha.
It can even be entirely new brands
Oh,
that a company might launch. So it's really anything that's significantly new.
from the company's perspective.
Exactly.
So not just
from the company's perspective.
bleeding edge, but new
Yeah.
for them.
New to their offerings.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well then the chapter that you sent over lays out a very, clear pathway, I guess you could call
Well,
it.
a roadmap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For how these new products come to life.
It does. Yeah.
And there are 8 key steps
8 key steps.
that they mention.
It's often illustrated in a model like Figure 9.1.
Okay.
And this provides a really good structure for thinking about this.
All right, well let's run through them.
Okay, so we start with idea generation.
Okay.
That's the crucial first stage where the concepts are born.
All right, so where the initial sparks come from?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then after that, we go into idea screening.
Okay.
And that's kind of like a filter,
All right. So
weed out.
getting rid of the bad ones early?
Yes, very important to do that early.
Yeah.
Then we have concept development and testing.
Yep.
So this is where you take that raw idea,
Yeah.
you flesh it out into a detailed concept,
Yep.
and then very importantly,
Yeah.
you test it with potential users.
Get that feedback.
Get that feedback.
Okay.
Then we move into marketing strategy development.
Okay.
So that's where you start thinking about
How to get it out there.
how to get it out there,
Yeah.
how to position it, who to target,
Okay.
all those marketing things.
Gotcha.
Then comes business analysis.
Okay.
This is where you look at the money,
All right.
the financials, the numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this going to be profitable?
Does it make sense?
Can we afford to do this?
Okay.
And then, assuming it passes that test, we go into product development.
Right.
This is where the idea becomes a real thing.
Yeah.
A physical product.
All right.
Or a deliverable service.
Right.
It depends on what we're talking about.
Makes sense.
Then, test marketing. This is where we go into a smaller market to see how it does.
Kind of like a trial run.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Get that feedback. And then finally,
Caramel.
commercialization.
Watch it.
We launch it to the market.
So 8 steps. It's a
lot.
It's a journey.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
at the heart of it,
Yeah.
what makes a new product successful?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
It all boils down to the customer.
Okay.
The product has to resonate with them.
Okay.
It needs to meet their needs,
Okay.
solve their problems, offer something better than what's already out there.
So it has to offer superior value.
Superior value is key.
Okay.
If it doesn't, it's not going to matter how cool or innovative you
Right.
think it is.
If nobody buys it.
Nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's going to flop. It's going to be a flop.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's dig into that first stage a little bit more.
Yeah.
Idea generation.
Where do these initial sparks of inspiration come from?
Well, we all have those light bulb moments, those brainstorming sessions.
Right.
But the source really emphasizes that effective idea generation is a systematic process.
Okay. So it's not just random.
It's not just random. You have to be proactive.
You have to go and look for them.
You have to go and look for them.
Okay.
Companies seek out new product ideas from various sources,
Right.
and they start internally.
Okay.
They look at their research and development teams.
Makes sense. The R&D folks.
Yeah, the R&D folks.
Yeah.
But they're also increasingly soliciting input from employees
Oh, okay.
across all departments.
So anybody could have a good idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised
Yeah.
how much untapped knowledge
Right.
is within the organization itself.
People working, on the front lines and that sort of thing.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you got to tap into that.
What about externally?
Externally, oh, that's where it gets really interesting. The external landscape is a goldmine for ideas.
Okay.
Start with your customers.
Okay.
Talk to them, understand their pain points,
Right.
their unmet needs. What are they struggling with?
Yeah. What do they want?
What do they want?
Okay.
That can lead to some really valuable innovations.
Makes sense.
And then you look at your competitors,
Yeah.
see what they're doing,
Keep an eye on the competition.
what's working for them, what
Yeah.
are they missing.
Okay.
And then you've got your distributors and suppliers.
Okay.
They often have a deep understanding of market trends.
Right. They're kind of
They're on the ground.
on the front lines, too,
Yeah,
in a different way.
in a different way.
Okay.
They see what's selling, they see what's not.
Gotcha.
And then increasingly,
Yeah.
companies are leveraging broader communities.
Crowdsourcing.
Crowdsourcing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The source material mentions Tupperware
It does, yeah.
doing that.
Tupperware.
Can you remind us about that example?
Yeah, so they had this really cool initiative called the Tupperware Brands Global Innovation Challenge.
Wow.
And they basically reached out to the global community
Okay.
and invited people to submit ideas specifically focused on future smart kitchen solutions.
Some kitchen solutions.
Yeah, so they're trying to think ahead
Right.
to what's next in the kitchen.
Okay.
And they figured, who better to ask than
Everybody.
everyone, right?
Yeah.
People who are using their kitchens every day.
That's a great example of crowdsourcing.
It is.
Okay.
And it's a way to get diverse perspectives.
Right. And potentially uncover some really,
Truly novel concepts that they may not have thought of internally.
right. It's kind of like getting fresh eyes
Yeah, fresh eyes, fresh thinking.
on the problem.
Exactly.
Okay. So now you have all these ideas pouring in.
Yeah.
You can't pursue every single one of them, though.
No, you can't.
That would just be too much.
You'd go crazy.
Yeah.
And
So
then-
what happens next?
That's where idea screening comes in. This is like your filter. You got to sift through all those ideas.
Okay.
Identify the ones that are just not feasible.
The ones that are just not going to work.
Yeah, maybe the technology is not there. Maybe it's too expensive.
Right.
Maybe it's just not a good fit for the company.
Or maybe somebody else is already doing
Or
it.
somebody else is already doing it better.
Right.
Yeah, so you got
You
to
make some tough choices
make some tough choices.
Yeah.
And avoid wasting time and resources
on ideas that are
doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be working on a product that nobody's going to buy.
Okay, so you've narrowed it down. You've got a more manageable set of ideas.
Yeah.
Hopefully good ones.
Hopefully some good ones.
So what's next?
Okay, so the next stage is concept development and testing.
Okay.
This is where we take those raw ideas
Yeah.
and make them more tangible,
More real, less abstract.
more real.
Yeah.
So the source makes a distinction between a product idea,
Okay.
which is just a general notion,
Right.
a product concept, which is a more detailed version,
Okay.
described in consumer terms.
Okay.
It outlines the features, the benefits, how it works.
So the idea is like the first thought.
Yeah.
The concept is like
a
the...
blueprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was a third thing, product image.
Right. And the product image is how the consumer perceives the product
Okay. In their mind.
in their mind.
So that's how they see it, not necessarily how you're describing it.
Exactly.
Okay. So how do you test that concept?
Well, that's where concept testing comes in.
Okay.
And you present these well-defined product concepts
Yeah.
to your target consumers.
Okay.
And you get their feedback.
And this could be through descriptions or
It could be through descriptions,
sketches, mock-ups.
mock-ups, sometimes even prototypes if
Okay.
you're far enough along.
So you're really trying to gauge,
Yeah, does this resonate?
yeah, do they get it?
Do they get it?
Are they excited about it?
Would they buy this?
Okay.
Yeah.
And the chapter gave an example of HondaJet doing this.
It did.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so HondaJet,
They make those small business jets.
yes, the business jets.
Yeah.
And they went through this really rigorous concept testing phase.
Okay.
They focused heavily on communicating the key advantages of the jet.
Okay, so it's speed,
Speed, safety,
comfort.
comfort, environmental friendliness
Okay.
compared to the competitors.
So they're really trying to highlight What makes them different?
Exactly. Why choose Honda Jet
Okay.
over the others?
Gotcha.
And this testing allowed them to refine the design and the messaging
Okay.
to make sure it was really hitting the mark with their target market.
So they weren't just building a jet in a vacuum.
Yeah.
They were getting constant feedback to make sure it was...
They were checking in with the market, making sure...
They were aligned.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got a concept that seems to be resonating. You've tested it out. You've gotten feedback.
Yeah.
Now what?
Now it's time to develop a marketing strategy.
Okay.
We need a plan to get this product out into the world.
All right, so how do we do that?
So the source outlines 3 essential components of a marketing strategy statement.
All right, hit me with those.
Okay, first, you need to define your target market.
Okay, so who are we trying to reach?
Exactly. Who are we trying to reach?
In this product.
With this product.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you need to develop a compelling value proposition.
Value proposition, what is that?
So this is what unique benefits and value you're going to offer to that target market that sets you apart from the competition.
Okay, so what makes you special?
What makes you special?
Why should I choose you?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then the third component is to establish some initial sales and profit goals.
Oh, okay, so you need to have some targets in mind.
You got to have some targets.
Yes.
You know, what are you aiming for
Okay.
in the first year, second year, and so on?
Right, to measure your success.
To measure your success, exactly.
And the Honda Jet example continues here, right?
It does, yeah.
So what did they do?
So they specifically targeted individuals, corporations looking for executive travel solutions.
Okay, so business folks.
Business folks, and then also fractional ownership programs.
Okay, so people who maybe can't afford a whole jet.
Right, exactly.
Want to buy a piece of one?
Yeah, like a timeshare for a jet.
Okay.
And their value proposition centered on a superior travel experience.
Yep.
Speed, comfort, efficiency.
Okay.
All the things we talked about before.
Right. And did they set any specific sales goals?
They did. They set some ambitious goals.
Right. What were they?
$50 million in the first year.
Wow.
And $100 million in the second year.
That's a big jump.
It is a big jump.
Okay, so they were really aiming high.
Yeah, they were going for it.
All right, so you've got the concept, you've got a marketing strategy, but now comes the crucial part.
Yes.
Figuring out if it's actually going to be viable.
Right, the business analysis.
Okay.
We got to run the numbers.
So what does that entail?
We're going to look at potential sales volume.
Okay.
Anticipated costs.
Right.
And ultimately the projected profits.
Okay.
Over the lifespan of the product.
Really trying to get a full picture of the financials.
A full picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we make money doing this?
Right, because you could have a great idea that just doesn't
pencil out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to make financial sense.
Makes sense.
You know, we're not a charity.
Right.
We're trying to run a business here.
Okay, well, assuming it passes that test.
Yeah.
We move on to
product development,
where the idea becomes a reality.
It does. This is where it gets really exciting.
Okay, so what happens here?
So the concept is translated into a tangible product or service.
Right.
We develop a working prototype.
So, like, the first version.
Yeah, the first version of the actual product.
The actual product. And then we test it rigorously.
Okay.
We got to make sure it works.
Right.
That it meets performance standards.
Great.
Safety regulations.
Very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
We don't want to be hurting anybody.
No, we don't.
And, you know, just generally that it does what it's supposed to do.
That it functions as intended.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the source mentions the McPlant burger as an example here.
Oh, yeah, McDonald's McPlant.
Oh.
So what can we learn from that?
So it might seem like a simple product.
Right. It's just a burger.
Just a burger.
Yeah.
But even that went through extensive testing to get the taste right.
Right.
To make sure it could be prepared efficiently in their kitchens.
Right, because they have very specific...
They have their system for workflow.
They got to be able to make it quickly.
Exactly.
In large quantities.
And consistently.
Yeah. So even a burger.
Even a burger is complex. Is more complicated than it seems.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a working product.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not ready to launch it everywhere, right?
Not yet. We need to test it out in the real world.
That's where test marketing comes in.
Exactly.
So what does that look like?
So we take the product, the whole marketing program,
okay,
and we introduce it in a limited market.
Okay, so like a small geographic area.
Could be a small geographic area or a specific demographic.
Okay, so like a specific group of people.
Yeah, like a specific age group or income level.
Okay.
And we see how it does.
We see how it performs.
We get feedback.
Do people like it?
Do people like it?
Do people like it?
Are they buying it?
Okay.
Is the marketing working?
And you can tweak things.
You can tweak things, exactly, before you go full scale.
And McDonald's did this with the McPlant as well, right?
Look, it did, yeah.
So
Yeah.
they chose
Select locations.
in the U.S.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and they...
To get that real-world feedback before they decided whether to roll it out nationally.
Right, so they're not just guessing.
No, they're gathering data.
They're gathering data.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So finally, we arrive at the big moment.
Commercialization.
The launch.
Your launch.
Okay, so this is it. We're going big.
This is it.
All right. What are the key considerations here?
So timing is crucial.
Okay.
When is the best time to launch?
Right, because you want to make the biggest splash.
You want to make a splash.
Yeah.
You don't want to launch when nobody's paying attention.
Right, or when your competitors are launching something similar.
Exactly. You got to think strategically.
Okay.
Location is also important.
Okay.
Where are you going to launch first?
Right. Are you going to start in a specific region?
Are you going to start in a specific region?
A specific country.
A specific country.
Okay.
Maybe you start online.
Right. Maybe you start small and then go bigger.
Exactly.
Okay.
Most importantly, you need a rollout plan.
Okay. So a step-by-step
Step-by-step.
guide to how this is all going to happen.
How this is all going to go down.
Okay.
You know, how are you going to distribute the product?
Right.
How are you going to promote it?
How are you going to support it?
All the details?
Okay. So it's a big undertaking.
Big undertaking.
Lots of moving parts.
Lots of moving parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now the chapter also talks about different approaches to managing this whole process, like contrasting team-based versus a more systematic approach.
Yeah. So team-based new product development involves bringing together people from different departments.
Okay.
You got your engineers,
Right.
your marketing folks, your salespeople, your finance people.
So cross-functional teams.
Cross-functional teams.
Okay.
And they work together from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
And the advantage of this is it can be faster.
Okay.
You know, you've got everybody in the loop.
Right. So you're not waiting for handoffs.
You're not waiting for hands.
Everybody's working together. You get that diverse perspective right from the start.
Okay.
But of course,
there are downsides.
There are downsides.
What are they?
Communication can be a challenge.
Right. With so many people involved.
So many people involved, yeah.
Okay.
You got to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Right. That everybody's working towards the same goal.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about the systematic approach?
So the systematic approach is more stage by stage.
Okay.
We follow those 8 steps more linearly with formal reviews and approvals.
So it's more structured.
More structured.
Okay.
And this can provide more control.
Okay.
And ensure that everything is done properly.
But it can be slower.
It can be slower, yeah. You know, you got to go through all the hoops.
Right, and less flexible.
Less flexible, yeah.
If things change.
Exactly.
Okay, so each approach has its pros and cons.
Yeah, it really depends on the company.
The product?
The product.
The situation. Okay, well, let's move on to what happens after the product is launched.
Okay.
Because that's not the end of the story, right?
No, the journey continues.
The chapter introduces this concept of the product life cycle.
The PLC.
The PLC, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what is that all about?
So the PLC recognizes that a product's sales and profitability will evolve over time.
Right.
It's not static.
Right. Things change.
Things change. The market changes. The competition changes.
Consumer tastes change.
Consumer tastes change.
Yeah.
And typically there are 5 stages.
Okay.
Product development, which is before the launch.
Right. That's all the stuff we've been talking about.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then introduction, growth, maturity, and decline.
So 5 stages.
5 stages of the PLC.
Okay, well, let's walk through those and kind of understand what defines each one.
All right, so introduction, the product is brand new.
Okay.
Sales are low.
Okay.
Costs are high.
Right, because you've invested all this money.
You've invested all this money in development and marketing.
Okay.
And profits are typically non-existent.
Or even negative.
Or even negative, yeah.
Okay, so it's a tough stage.
It's a tough stage.
But hopefully it's short-lived.
Hopefully, then we move into growth.
Okay, so what happens in growth?
This is where things start to pick up.
Right.
Sales are rising rapidly.
Oh,
the profits are increasing.
Okay.
You're gaining market share.
So this is where you're really...
This is where you're making it.
Yeah.
This is the exciting part.
Of
course.
It doesn't last forever.
It doesn't last forever.
All right, so then what happens?
Then we enter maturity.
Okay.
This is often the longest stage.
Right.
Sales growth slows down.
Okay.
Eventually peaks.
Okay.
Profits are high, but they stabilize.
Yeah.
And competition intensifies.
So it's getting harder to maintain that growth.
It's getting harder, yeah.
Okay.
You're not the new kid on the block anymore.
Right.
Everybody knows about your product.
Okay.
And everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie.
Right. And they're probably coming out with their own new products.
Exactly.
To compete with you.
To compete with you.
Okay.
And then finally...
The inevitable.
Decline. Sales start to decline.
Okay.
Profits decline.
And the product is eventually
fades away.
fades away.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the classic S-shaped curve.
The S-shaped curve is a classic.
But the chapter also mentions that not all products follow this pattern.
Right. Not everything is an S-shaped curve.
Okay, and they talk about styles, fashions, and fads.
Yeah, those are important variations.
So what's the difference between those?
So a style is a basic form of expression that can have a long life, but it goes through cycles. It's popular, then it's not, then it comes back.
So it's like, I don't know, bell-bottoms?
Bell-bottoms, yeah. Or like a trench coat.
A trench coat, okay.
Classic styles.
Classic styles
that come back around.
Keep coming back around.
Yeah.
Okay, what about fashions?
So a fashion is a currently accepted style in a particular field.
Okay.